Right. Okay. Let's talk about Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis. My final thoughts on the playing for the first day. So, in my opinion, okay, Gacha Fantasy 7. Right. So, I'm quite well versed when it comes to the gacha games. Like, I've played quite a few of them. I know what they're like. I know what to look for, even free to play, and kind of stuff like that. Square, I've even played Record Keeper back in the day, so I kind of know what their old ones are like. And I honestly feel like this one, they just haven't bothered to research the modern market for what gacha games are supposed to be like, how they sell and how the good ones do well. There's a reason why games like Genshin Impact make 4 million plus a month on their dead patches. And this game's not even comes close to that because they just continuously throw ads in your face to buy this and buy that. And sounds like and the gameplay isn't even that refined very well, to be honest with you. It looks nice, like, don't get me wrong, some of the things look nice. It's not state of the art, I don't expect it to, but there are better looking gacha games out there to top it all off. So it doesn't even look fantastic. So what's its strength? I don't even know yet. I will hopefully get to the final part. I mean, if you have no way of playing all the Final Fantasy compilation, this is a nice little quick run through the story that you will get in increments over a long period of time, probably every 6 weeks if you're lucky, if not longer. We have yet to do this. I'm looking forward to doing this bit next because this will be fresh story content of the Final Fantasy VII universe, which we'll be looking at tomorrow. But yeah, it's just down to like, if you just look at it from a pure gacha perspective, the odds in this game are absolutely awful. Like, they are horrendous. 7.5% to get a 5-star, but then like it's not even 1% to pick up these weapons, you know. Like, you're looking at a ridiculously small rate to pull. So if you're looking for there's too many 5-stars here, you're like, okay, so there's no chance of getting the ones you want. There's no pity system, which in modern gacha is a bit clueless. Like, and then what a pity system is if you don't hit, say like if you do 10 draws, you do 100 draws, right? And then when you get to your 100th draw, you're guaranteed the 5-star banner thing. This kind of gives you the incentive to save up your currency or use it, you know. And that's how a lot of gacha games are sold now, and yeah, I think that system works really well. For those styles of gacha games, there's so many banners. The first banners you see aren't even the ones you get from in-game currency. These are the purchasable crystals only, which is bananas to me. I honestly think that they should have made characters to quite be the gacha, not weapons. I just don't think weapon gacha is interesting. They don't even look that good. There are all these weapons that you can win off the gacha are literally weapons that you get 3 or 4 star, then you can level them up to 5-star if you want to go for the long range. I know you can say, well, you know what that means, that it's free to play friendly. Anyone can get the 5-star weapon eventually, right? But no, not really. I mean, there is the gear, which is clearly the thing you're really pulling for, but I just don't think it's that interesting. I'd rather the characters give you like, I don't know, they give you like a main character that's not even Cloud, maybe, or whatever, and you just, you know, whatever. Or they give you Cloud and you go from there. You know, it is what it is. You pick up characters. It's how the game is. But it will make the game way more exciting. And that is how good gachas, you know, roll. It's exciting to pull for characters. People like collecting things in gacha games, especially characters. There's a lot of FOMO in this game, but this FOMO isn't worth FOMOing for. The shop is one of the worst shops I've seen in a gacha game, in modern gacha games. You got limited time to buy this stuff, which is good. So one of my biggest gripes immediately is how they just do not care. They only care if you're going to put money in the game. And there's not even, you don't even need to. There's no need to. You'll be able to get through this content without it, right? But for example, you do certain story elements of the game. There's these tickets, right? And as you see, they've all gone up in price. Like, you got the Cloud one for doing the first one. Oh, it's only 200 gems, right? Which is about like $5. And then, you know, the Aerith one, which is a bit more expensive, but once you start spending money in the game, that's the trap, and that's where you fall into it. But the fact that these disappear after 12 hours, like, if it's something that you only get the first time when you complete the story, Leave that there permanently, because some people might play the game, get into it 6 months later, then be like, you know what, I might spend money on the game, you know. But I cannot believe for the life of me that they are going, but you got 12 hours to buy this for 3,000 gems, you know. And if you look at how much 3,000 gems is, it's £40, which is what, $50 just to get that pack. Okay, that's not, so you're looking at what, $25, $30, you know. And you can't even buy them in that amount anyway. Like, oh, that's my mouse. Yeah, that kind of stuff really ticks me off, and they throw it in your face after each story part as well. Really bad, like, way to just spend money on our game. But when I look at games like Genshin, that never spend money on our game at you, and yet they make more money. Hoyoverse make more money than any other gacha company. Why is that? They don't throw it in your face. They invest you in the game. They invest you with the product, and then people who want to spend the money do it. This game doesn't even sell to whales. The people who would spend $50,000 into gacha games, I don't even see any incentive, because there's nothing interesting for them. People like collections in that kind of sense, you know, or in anime style ones, collecting waifus, whatever the gimmick is for that game. This game just don't have it. Even Record Keeper, you would collect characters, and it was really fun to have pixel arted characters in Final Fantasy 15 characters. I feel like this just misses the mark completely. Like, this pink crystal stuff's only, and then like there's special, which is normal, but then there's like daily shop. Like, what am I looking at here? You have these refresh daily, and one of them is, oh, you have a £70 daily pack, and it's just like, bro, like, I just can't support that kind of notion. It's so greedy. Now, yeah, it's optional, you don't have to, but a lot of people who don't understand this type of game is very predatory, and people fall for it. So, I think this needs a rehaul. They need to really think, if we want to make money long term in this game, this is not the way to do it, Square. I'm sorry, but this is just not the way to do it. This is an out-of-date method that worked when gacha games were very brand new, like 10-15 years ago. I don't even think that long ago, but like 10 plus years ago, Record Keeper was new. People didn't really get it. It worked then. It doesn't work now. There are better options for gacha games than this right now, in terms of just as a pure gacha, how to pull, what you're collecting for. Now, actual gameplay and all that stuff like that, first and foremost, menus, they're all over the place. I cannot stand it. Like, the menus are literally all over the place. I'm going backwards and forwards over and over. I want to go into a mission, just select the mission, right? I want to go into here, select my mission, go do my whatever quest, right? And then select, and then you pick your party, right? Now I'm like, okay, cool, I've got my party ready up. But I'm going to see what Tifa weapon has. She has this, right? And it's not, you know, I want to switch that. But I can't level this item up here. I have to come out, go up into this menu, go into here, select weapon, go into this. It takes, and then you got to navigate, you got to find the weapon that it was that I probably just forgotten because short attention span. And I'm like, oh, where is it? Like, the navigation system in this game is awful. And so, in your next major update, I do recommend some kind of like overhaul, so it's a bit more UI friendly. Like, it doesn't look bad physically, but it's not very UI friendly in my opinion. And doing this on a mobile phone would be even worse. I'm using an emulator obviously, but like doing this on a mobile, it just sounds horrible. Enhancing weapons is expected as your main feature, as your main gacha part of the game. I'm not necessarily against the fact that you can like level up the Buster Sword to level 5 style weapon and stuff like that. It just kind of defeats the purpose. What are you spending money from this game? What's the objective with this game? In terms of story content, it is cool that you're covering some aspects of the compilation in different ways. The Crisis Core is very abrupt. I don't know how often they're going to roll out updates for this game, but I guess it's going to be maybe 6 weeks. So they usually go every 6 weeks to give an update and probably release more content, right? I've yet to finish these 2 bits off. This bit I haven't got into yet. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to that. But I felt like, even though I know these 2 really well, right? But you added in filler content on day 1 of playing the game. There was a bit with like Big Threads and Jesse where you had, it weren't like good filler content. It was just like, oh, silly little things. And then with Crisis Core, I had to fight 3 random training rooms that don't even exist that happened in the original game outside of the first mission. And I don't know why you felt they needed to add that. considering if you're going to slowly add the content, just add more of the mission in. Like, just add. There's still plenty in this game's stuff. I know there's going to be limited with the compilation. There's so much you can do overall, but hey, you could do 7, and you could do 7 remake at the end grand scheme of the whole thing. When remakes will come out, I know you're probably waiting for rebirth assets to come out to release certain characters for this part, but you know, it just felt unengaging by the end of it. I didn't find the story parts there. Maybe it's because I knew him. Maybe it'd be different with the Sephiroth prequel story and the first soldier stuff. You're quite generous on a fresh gacha game, but that's quite normal. I can't make a fair decision about whether their gems are quite reasonable or not. Okay, just a bit, but like, well, I don't know what's going on here. The game restarted for some reason. My game just restarted for some reason. Guess that means it crashed. You got games crashing on the first day. It is what it is. I don't know what I was trying to do there, by the way. I like the look of the characters. Shout out to the art. The actual, like, this art here is beautiful. I love this manga-esque character. Maybe you should have made all the game like that. Like, that one could have been fun. I don't know why, but like, for me, it would have been really cool to see it like that. But the actual art that you've done, like for the loading screens and the dialogue parts, I love that. The music's really good as well. The renditions that you've done of certain tracks are really cool. Really enjoyed that. Really think they're really good as well. The Battle Pass, Elite, it's nice he gave like a free part of the Battle Pass as well. It's a bit long-winded, just this step thing's a bit silly, just like it unlocks after like, and maybe through playing the game you just unlock certain things and then like have the redeem all on one page. Make it all on one page, you know, make it nice and easy. Click, click, done, move on. You know, because I'm spending more time in menus than playing the actual game. And that's kind of a concern. Like I said, the UI and the menus are kind of a bit all over the place. Login after 7 PM EST. Interesting. Like, well, considering the build-up you put in this, I feel there's a bit lackluster on day one. Like I said, I'll do the first soldier stuff. I might have a different opinion, but I just feel like right now the game is very average for a mobile game, average gacha game at best. There's so many better options for gacha games and way to hook an audience, and you're just playing on this. It's just this game's just playing on nostalgia right now. I'm really hoping that you get more from First Soldier, a bit more better delivery. I like the bit where you run around with Cloud, but like the Crisis Core stuff, there wasn't really much running around areas. That surprised me, and it was nice to have. And yeah, we'll see what happens carrying on forward. But yeah, this was just my first impression of Crisis, and I thought I'd share it. You know, what do you guys think as well? You know, what do you think of, like, either you just watched me play it, or if you've been playing it, I'd like to hear what you think. Like I said, I like the carrot. I like the chibi models. Apart from Barrett's really unproportioned from his torso to his legs, and the animations are a bit static. But the art, the music's really good. I like the idea that's in it. You're kind of like telling the story in a quick way, but I just overall feel that it's a bit, you know, and even down to things like the wallpaper, you know, it's quite limited. I know that you can probably roll things out over a period of time, but hey, what if I wanted this as my wallpaper? You know, give us all the options, and we can let us make it randomized that way as well. Because I'm willing to bet that a lot of your players are going to want Tifa on their front page rather than Zack sitting there with a sword, you know? Little ideas like that, I think, would just pull more people in and make it a bit more welcoming. I know I'm quite critical, and you can call it negativity. I'm just being realistic. I've played other gacha games. I've seen Genshin. I've played Genshin, seen it, know how they're successful and how they work. And I'm thinking more business as well with this game, how it can get better to make more money, to deliver better content overall. Even like, you know, I think the gameplay is ATB. I actually think it would have benefited from being turn-based, like straight up turn-based, more strategic rather, more mechanically driven, and you can like play around, and then your characters, instead of just leveling up weapons all day, they can have stats. Because that's closer to like the old Final Fantasy route, right? You have strength, magic stat, whatever. And then the higher level are obviously those stats go up naturally, but you can, your gear could be, okay, this sword has got more speed on it, which will make my character faster. And someone's like, ideas like that in games like work a lot better than just, here's a weapon, level it up, do damage. Because it doesn't feel like, the fights feel like they have got mechanics to them. Like, they have that charge factor and stuff like that, and there's some debuffs and stuff. But you're limited on the option what you can do. It's hard to tell what to go in with. And I don't want to be hitting the recommended button to tell me what I should be going in with. I want to figure that one out myself. And so will a lot of people. But I do recommend that. That's something I would like to see change. Like, I feel like this is very basic and there could be more. And it doesn't matter if you change the concept and just reward people for apology and changing the system. Changing the system means you care about your game and want to make it better. So for me, I feel like it's quite lackluster, even as the gacha game itself. I'm speaking just as a gacha game, as a game itself, not of I'm a massive Final Fantasy VII fan and this isn't for me. If you are a Final Fantasy fan of 7, if you only have time to play on a mobile, you might enjoy this, like to jump in and out for 10 minutes a day. But or on your breaks, if you're on a break from work or whatever, this might be kind of fun to kind of switch off to and just kind of like enjoy a bit of the story or whatever. Like, you know, but I don't, you know, as a gacha game and gacha communities get really invested in the game, I don't really feel this has done a great job of delivering, considering the hype. You've been building this up for like over a year and a half. So, yeah. I will be keeping an eye on it though, and I'm still going to keep playing it, just to see, you know, the first soldier, deliver it through, and see how you deal with feedback and see, you know, if you move things, see if the game moves forward. I really would like to see it kind of take a bit of a better step forward. Yeah, that's my piece. That's my first impression of Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis. I do hope we get more from it. But enough with the ads, enough with throwing things in there. I understand why you've got like an ad to watch an ad to sell another game or whatnot, but make the game welcoming before you start doing that. I don't have a reason to collect gems in this game. Most people that enjoy gacha need a reason to collect gems. When I unlock this, I might have a different opinion. Maybe there is stats involved, but when we get there, we'll cross that bridge. But the animation for all this, it's fun the first time, not anymore after the second or third time. And less of this going forward, less of premium currency only. You know, have both as the option. Even if it's 3,000 of these gems for this, and then or 4,000, but 1,500 if you pay for it. So you get like, okay, if you pay for real money, you know, it's less gems. But if you save up your gems, you get this 10 pool anyway, but like, you know, at the cost of more gems. You know, reason with your audience here, you know, and stuff like that. Like, think about how you can really sell the gacha, and how you sell gacha is getting as many free-to-play players as you possibly can. I know that doesn't seem like it, but I guarantee you that is the way, because they eventually change. But yeah, thank you for listening. Do let me know if anyone's watching this video what you think of the game. I'd love to hear your thoughts of the game as well. What do you think of it so far? I might upload some more gameplay stuff around this game as well. Who knows? We're still going to be playing it for a little while until we run out of content for it. But yeah, thanks for watching.